doing behind your back. Okay? Unfortunately, you serve a God that sit high and look low. And ain't nothing that these people gonna be able to do to run away from the punishment and what they've done. How can you run? He saw everything you did. He saw everything you did. Everything you did. Everything you said. It wasn't you. Is that what people gonna say? It wasn't them. The devil made them do it. I'm gonna tell you, it's crazy I said that because that movie about the devil made me do it. That girl got so deep into the occult, and her dad was trying to save her because he felt like part of the reason why she was the way she was because of him, right? So she had to she made altars, had contracts, out here sacrificing people for their soul, for whatever that's what she was doing. Messed around, and every bone up in her body got cracked and bent when that negative and dark entity and spirit came to get and collect her because she couldn't deliver what she promised. When you don't know who's doing this, baby. I don't know who cutting rooster heads, throwing the blood on people's names on damn altars and burning the shit up in flame. I don't know what crazy stuff I'm telling you, it's chemical imbalance. I don't know who these people are paying. I don't know what mess they're into. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you something. When you get into that, you better know what the hell you're getting into. You better make for damn sure you own the money. See, I wouldn't try if I'm in that deep, dark stuff. I wouldn't be sitting up here trying to try God's children. Because, see, we have a certain level of protection that you cannot penetrate through. No matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, no matter how many witches you get up on your payroll, it's not going to happen. Because it ain't meant to happen. That's a soul you ain't meant to have. That's a life you ain't meant to take. Because God is using them. Again, I'm going to go back to what she was doing. She couldn't deliver on this particular boy because at this point, them people who had been going through, they was in the conjures and the different stuff like that. They go around and they do things like that. So they had already knew that they needed to break that altar. So once she was doing things, still going at it, trying to get this boy, they ended up finding the altar, and she ended up bringing her husband back to his right mind. Remember, there was some little pixie dust or whatever she threw on him, had him out his mind. And so the lady was able to bring the husband back, and then that husband or her, I think it was the husband. I can't recall. I ain't watched that movie in a very long time. Somebody broke that altar. Oh, and she knew it was over. But she couldn't run. Where you finna run? Boy, when I tell you there was an identical, I think it was an identical of her, but way more dark, how I looked. That thing came out, boy, and she knew. When I tell you could see the, now this a person now was not scared when she killed her father. I keep telling people, see, you think you know what you messing with, and you really don't. You really don't. You really don't. But you get instant gratification just to see somebody else struggle, knowing that you was blocking their roads, knowing that you was sending evil their way. And see, because we didn't fight fire with fire, and we let God handle our battles and fight our fights for us, that's how we was able to get to this point. See, she wasn't scared when she took her daddy life. Took it like it was nothing. She wasn't scared for all them other people whose lives she took. Wasn't even scared when she was taunting them people who was sent in to help that boy. But the look on her face when the devil came to collect, boy, I tell you, I think she knew where she was going. She didn't want to go there. But see, for how long did you think he was going to work evil and have your life? For how long did you think he was going to work evil and money was going to keep flowing to you? And you was going to be in good health? I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out what diluted land or form of dementia or delusion do you have or that you're dealing with? Because it may be something that a psychiatrist may not be able to handle or deal with. I don't know. For how long did you think you was going to do this? And you thought it wasn't going to come back on you? Yeah, they did it trying to oppress you, trying to keep you held back, trying to have you lose opportunities, get old and be in poverty. Baby, it's over. Like I said, Psalms 129, they have greatly oppressed me from my youth, but they have not been able to gain the victory over me. They have not been able to gain the victory over you, over your finances, over your life, over your forward progression, over your purpose, over your destiny, over your future, over your children. Absolutely. Okay? So hold your head up. Never let nobody see you sweat. You know what this is. If we're dealing with crabs in a barrel, baby, they got a real twisted way of thinking when it comes to people who have more than them or is destined for greater than them. It's the haves and the have-nots. So if I was you, I'd be quiet about a lot of damn things. I'd be checking everybody up in my camp, in my circle. You understand what I'm saying? I'll be keeping God first throughout the day, every day for the rest of my life, and hold on tightly to Him because you've seen firsthand what darkness can do, what evil can do. You've seen it. You know it's real. You wouldn't have come across this video if you didn't experience some form of evil from people. The things that they say, how they look at you, how they you had to catch people, turn around to see people making faces at you like that. Not speaking life into you, but speaking the opposite, taking life from you, telling you what you can't do. People said a lot of things, whether the devil made them do it or what. What they can't run away from is that they did it, and they did it towards somebody that was minding their business. So they got up out their way to get up in your way to mess with you because they didn't like where their life was going and how their life panned out, or maybe they did, but they just didn't want you to have no kind of life. That wasn't a choice that they was in a position to make. They should have been somewhere apologizing and repenting for how bad they did you, but they didn't want to do that. They wanted to keep going. They wanted to keep going. So may God be with them. May God be with them. The oppression is over. The oppression is over. The blockages is over. This is over. All right. And like I say, you already know how I'm coming. If you need love, you got it in me. If you need inspiration, you got it in me. All right. I'm your sister. I'm your friend. I come with that real, never that fake. I'm that shoulder that you can lean on. I'm that listening ear that you can vent to. Okay. Continue to reach one, teach one, bring others to the JC gang. We ride together. We slide together. JC gang for life. Okay. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. I love y'all. Okay. Keep fighting wherever you at. Keep fighting the good fight. And go strong, go hard, all the way to the finish line. Because you definitely got that free roam to do that. You always have. You just had to deal with some opposition that was your life because people, and we'll never know why you had to deal with it and other people didn't have to deal with it. Whatever was on you and how God was marking you and using you, people just didn't want it to happen. And fortunately, these people are good with keeping up with appearances. These people are good at manipulating people because of how people think of them. Maybe because of how they look. Maybe these people are older. Maybe they people of the church. Maybe they was matriarchs and patriarchs of the family. Maybe they was an upstanding law-abiding citizen up in the community. Who knows? But behind closed doors, this is what they really do to people. They want to break people, bind people up, oppress people, and they pick and choose who they want to do it to and how bad they want it done. But it's cool because, like I said, God is smoothing out everything, baby, because they tried the right one, or let's say the wrong one when it came to you. And until next time, y'all stay prayed up and be blessed.